RJ. Good to see you. What has been your impression? You have 3 training or preseason games under your belt, a training camp under your belt. What's been your impression of the Nuggets as you've kind of gotten acclimated to their organization?
I think it's just a great franchise, a great organization. You know, somebody in an organization that comes every day to work, and that's what I'm about. I know there's bigger plans, bigger goals for me and the team. So just staying consistent every day with the group of guys that we have and the coaching staff is pretty much my main goal.
Next, we'll go to Katie Wingy.
RJ, hey, you've talked a lot about Jamal Murray and the way that he's reached out to you guys, kind of had a relationship before this. What has it been like to be in person with him, and what have you learned from him so far?
I think the biggest thing I learned from him is he's a leader. He's a leader on and off the court. Like my locker's next to his, so I pick his brain, every second of every day that I can. But just the way he comes out to practice with a great attitude and a great smile every single day, that motivates the guys, who are, down the line on the team that, want to get to that level, that championship level.
Next, we'll go back to Mike Singer. Mike, go ahead.
Hey, RJ, we know you guys have a loaded backcourt. Can you describe how competitive the training camp has been and practices just going up against those guys?
Oh, for sure. Like you said, loaded backcourt. Training camp's crazy. The last, 2 weeks I've been here is competing every day, but, it's just getting me better. It's getting us ready for our ultimate goal, and that's to win a championship.
Next, we'll go to Joel Rush.
Hey, RJ. Following up on that about the competitive training camp, have you been told by the coaches what they expect from you in terms of what you need to work on? And also, what do you see your own kind of skill set as being that might set you apart in terms of the loaded stack of guards that the team has?
Necessarily, I just come in, the coaches, they tell me to just get better every day, compete against Jamal, compete against Gary, other guys on the team, and get better. But for me, I think what separates me apart from a lot of people, I can play 1 through 3. I'm a big guard, can attack the basket in multiple ways, find open guys, but I can also guard, the 1, the 2, and the 3. So I think that's my biggest, skill set advantage that I have.
Go to Mike Singer. Mike, go ahead.
RJ, you just mentioned it. You could play the 1 through the 3. You're not the only guy on the roster who can do that. You got Will who can play the 1 through the 3. You got PJ who can also play the 1 through the 3. Are you picking their brains to see how they go about playing all those different positions?
Yeah, for sure. Like my locker room next to PJ's too. So, talking to him, every single day, on how he does it. Sometimes he's at the 3, sometimes he's at the 1. I remember a game against Golden State, first preseason game, I was at the 4. It's just, the way it is. You have to adapt quick, and we learn from each other.
Next, we'll go to Katie Wingy.
RJ, going from playing professionally in New Zealand to now having a couple weeks under your belt as, an NBA player, can you describe the difference or what it's like to, have a personal coach in the NBA that's watching film with you and how those experiences differ in terms of how you're developing personally? Yeah,
I think the NBA is on a bigger scale. Better players, coaching staff is a lot, more, organized in a sense. So I'm definitely having a great time with, learning from my individual coaches, on and off the floor, whether that's, professionalism or if that's, film work or, just straight basketball. But I think it's definitely good for my development, being the youngest on the team, picking everybody's brain, picking the coaching staff's brain.
All right, we'll go back to Mike.
Hey, RJ. Malone was telling us yesterday how he's been impressed with Nikola and how he, from start to finish in practice, he goes 100% every time. Can you kind of describe the example that Nikola has set for a young guy like you?
He set a great example. You see Nikola on TV, especially me, watching him, you see him on TV, you see how great he is. You don't think guys like that really come in every day and give it 110%, but that's exactly what it does. And from what I've heard, he's picked up his leadership, vocally a lot this year, which I can tell on and off the court, pulling me to the side, pulling other new guys to the side. So I think it's just great to see him so involved every single day.